This is a previously recorded episode of the IT in the D Show.
This is Max Headroom, and what you're about to witness is one of the most sinister-sounding intros to a trailer to one of the greatest epics ever.
Live from the Raw Radio X studios in downtown Detroit, this is the IT in the D Show.
Yes, who? It's me again with a little attitude for all you out here in white bread land.
The following program is intended for mature audiences.
It's I love the 90s, and this is 1990.
Go ninja, go ninja, go. Go ninja, go ninja, go. Go ninja, go ninja, go. Go, 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 go.
Vivian, I have a business proposition for you.
You out there? You listening?
I dig you IT geeks. This is Dre DeMatteo from Sons of Anarchy. You are listening to IT in the D.
Arugula. I haven't had arugula in 6 weeks.
What's that?
It's a vegetable.
So what happens when you tap the angry beaver in the bunghole?
Exactly. Come on. Tries. What the hell with this? I'm calling a break. We'll come back to the show.
I don't want to die. I want to come back with the answers to death and life.
What's up, everybody? This is Billy Zapka. Sweep the leg. Listening to IT in the D Show. No mercy.
Who is your daddy, and what does he do?
Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in. You should have left them on the street where you found them.
Hi, this is Martin Cove, John Kreese from the Karate Kid movie, and you're listening to IT in the D.
Yes, Sensei! When I was 11, I walked in on my father, the Shetland pony he gave me for my 10th birthday. Does that excite you?
I don't know. I never met your father.
Looks like somebody threw away a perfectly good white boy.
You're in your underwear? I'm in my underwear. Here, let's hang out.
No, I'm sorry, honey. I have a headache.
I definitely want to see Bob in his underwear. That's a fact.
How to talk dirty and influence people.
It's not a tumor.
Everybody thinks they have a sense of humor, but then they don't.
You guys give up, or you're thirsty for more?
You know, it's dangerous for you to be here in the frozen food section.
Why is that?
Because you could melt all this stuff.
Come on, if you don't trust me, you can tie me up.
If I forget to tell you later, I had a really good time tonight.
Don't be mad.
I'm not mad. I'm just
Yeah,
very
but you
surprised.
might be in a minute.
Talk hard!
We got screwed at the same time. Yeah.
Make it happen.
Make it happen.
Oh, cute. White, but cute.
I'd love to be your beck and call girl.
Why don't you fight the redhead in the front row? I hear she comes real cheap.
It's just too big. It's way too big.
Mother of God.
We just lost our clean tag on iTunes.
Tell her I love her.
He says he loves you.
Sam would never say that.
Ditto. Tell her ditto.
It allows me to seriously aggravate a situation without actually changing the course of history.
Okay, so where we're on our way to? The house party.
Okay, this is really me now. No more hiding.
There's only one Balboa. Now, Balboa was a true people's champion.
This is Robert Hayes, the Ted Stryker to my mother. When I'm not hanging out at the Magumbo bar, I'm listening to the IT and the D Show. It's worse than...
Change, you filthy animal.
You didn't just hit him. You beat the shit out of him. What the hell were you doing? Holding him down.
I present you the Ballistic Missile Submarine Red October.
Hey, folks, this is WWE Hall of Famer Hacksaw Jim Duggan, and you're listening to the IT and the D Show. Tough guy. Ho!
Keep the air alive!
So, what would you little maniacs like to do first?
The question isn't what are we going to do. The question is what aren't we going to do.
Ludicrous speed! Sir, had you better buckle up? Now buckle this! Ludicrous speed! Go!
May the 4th be with you. IT and the D Show, welcome. This is Sorry, I was trying to Yoda talk. That would be way too difficult. This is episode...
You messed that up already.
I totally did.
Misa thinking you can screw up.
Oh, that's even worse. Get out. I was trying to go Yoda.
Hard pass.
Welcome to the IT and the D Show. This is episode 90. We're hanging out here in the Raw Radio X studios in the Russell Industrial Center. Beautiful Midtown Detroit, Michigan. This is Bob the Sales Guy. We're here with Dave the Geek. Jeff, the voice of reason. Find us online, itinthed.com. Give us a like on Facebook /IT in the D. Follow us on Twitter. hashtag
Everything.
IT in the D.
And for the love of God,
leave us a review on iTunes, and it would change our lives significantly. 200,000 listeners a week, and we have like 11 reviews, and it's
1 star
sucks.
worst meatball sandwich ever.
nobody likes us. Everybody hates us. We're gonna go eat some worms.
That's
I
right.
thank you. All that intro reminded me of is there's some crappy movies in 1990.
All that intro reminded me of is how old we all are.
Yeah, 16 Candles turned 31 today.
No, stop. Did it really?
Yeah. Home Alone was 1990.
Oh my God.
Pump Up the Volume was 1990.
1990.
And by the way, that's 25 years ago now, because I'm the guy that when somebody says, hey, the 90s, I still think they're talking about 10 years ago.
Right.
No, the biggest
That's one of my favorite memes. I'm like, wait, you mean like 2005? No,
Right.
1995.
No, the worst thing is we're as far as ahead in Back to the Future as they went back to the 50s, and I'm like, it boggles. That's the one that mind blows me, because it's like it's never my folks never went like,
yeah,
hey, in the 50s we're awesome. Listen to this tune from Chuck Berry. No, but I'm like making my kid listen to Tainted Love and The Cure, and like this music sucks. Listen to my stuff, you know? And now they're like, what's your favorite song? She goes, oh, I love this. You know, all the 80s stuff that I bombard her with. So how was everybody's weekend? Everything was good. Survived birthday weekend?
I survived birthday weekend last weekend, and then, well, that was PenguinCon weekend. And then, so, yeah, this weekend was all, dude, I spent more time in churches in the past, like, 7 days.
How are you not singed by lightning?
How did, like, multiple buildings not fall down on top of me?
Been through 3 pairs of shoes. It's pretty crazy.
Right. There were lightning strikes, the whole 9 yards. People were looking. Yeah. So I had, my daughter's first communion last Sunday, had my nephew's communion, or his confirmation, on Saturday, had my other nephew's confirmation yesterday, had my nieces, actually both of my nieces, because they're a year apart, their prom out in the wild and wonderful world of Imlay City. Hey.
You're good for the next 10 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like any good Catholic, you're good for the next 10 years.
Right.
So speaking of which, forgot to introduce our illustrious guests. We are jam-packed in the studio tonight. We have the gorgeous ladies of IT that run the Detroit IT
Is
community.
that like the gorgeous
of wrestling?
Wait,
I was trying to go for that
wait,
community.
Bob, let's not use, because that acronym is GLIT. Let's not do that.
Oh, no.
No, I think we should definitely go ahead with that, Bob. Continue.
Fine. We have
we would know that she would own that, of all people.
That, of course, was Erica Carlson. She was on were you on episode 2 of the show?
And then 17,
Oh,
and
my
then
God.
I forgot the last one.
You have them memorized?
I did.
And we have
17, but she's only 17. You know?
Being with the three of us is very memorable.
We also have Elise Turner here. Greetings. Thank you for coming back to the show. I'm amazed that any of you
Well,
come
and this
back.
is her first tour back. She has made the transition to the dark side.
Yeah, marketer.
All the people that say, I can't get into IT, and I just got a job and I can't get into IT. Yeah, so Elise made the transition from
Suck it up, bitches.
Exactly.
Thank you.
From
how do you like them apples?
Right, from marketing. Where's the bell? From marketing at Brightwing to now she's a developer at Detroit Labs.
I thought you couldn't. It's not.
It can't be done. That's not true. That's impossible.
It's too much work. It doesn't. There's no jobs. There's nothing there. Oh, damn. And then we got Kate and Amber here too, hanging out in the background. Kate is actually filming a documentary about like cool chicks in IT, and she's got a GoPro in here.
No, she's not. But that's all right.
Extreme Radio.
What are you filming anyway, Kate?
She's like stalking us with a GoPro camera.
Good talk. Good talk, Russ.
Yeah, great talk, Kate. Thanks.
Good talk, Russ. Good talk, Dad.
So I did get a chance to see the Avengers yesterday.
How'd that work out?
It was all that and then some.
So, Bob, tell us about the trailers that came on before the movie, because the trailers are sometimes the best part of the movie. But so
Marvel knocked it out of the park, right? Because they had Ant-Man and they had Fantastic Four, and you're like,
they're killing it. They're killing it.
Like, how is Ant-Man not right up there with Black Widow?
But it's
so like, what's your superpower? Kicking.
Right.
What's your superpower? I get really small.
I'll get to that in a minute.
Okay.
So
it only gets better.
This trailer comes on, and I'm like, I'm geeked. It's all sci-fi trailers. So I'm like, cool. What's next? Is they playing Star Wars? They're going to show Mad Max. I'm all geeked. They're like, The Earth sends a satellite into the deepest pockets of space to communicate with the aliens. And I'm like, sweet, tell me more. Tell me more. Like, we have encapsulated.
So far we have either the first Star Trek movie or Contact, that crappy Jodie Foster piece of crap.
Anything. Yeah. So, like, we've encapsulated all the world's information, pop culture, languages into one capsule. Like, great. And we made contact. So I'm like, more?
And then.
But the aliens found our information, and they didn't think of it as a thing of peace. They took only the 80s video games out of that and attacked the Earth with them.
They became space invaders?
So
there's a giant pixelated Pac-Man running through San Francisco.
So there's awesome. And who's going to save the Earth but Adam Sandler and Kevin James?
You know, of all the people,
I shit you not.
Because Happy Gilmore and Paul Blart Mall Cop are who I would trust the fate of our
So Atari
world.
sent a time capsule to outer space?
No, not Atari.
No, not Atari. Just,
And all they did was
But
pick
it's
and
essentially
choose.
a commercial
so in
for
our
them.
time capsule, we put Atari in,
Yeah.
and they thought it as a threat.
Yeah, as a threat.
Awesome.
So what do they do? Pac-Man's sitting in the middle of the street, and they brought the creator of Pac-Man. He goes, "You are my son. I will protect you." And he bites his arm off, and then they go, "What do we do to kill him?" Ghosts. So they get into 4 Mini Coopers that are pink and blue, and
So now it's the Italian job.
right, the Italian,
Right, exactly.
and they happen to go to the DMV really fast.
Another
Get
2-hour
Inky,
commercial.
Inky, Blinky, and Stinky on the license plates.
Wasn't
and now
it
they're chasing
Inky,
Pac-
Blinky, something, and Clyde?
Stinky.
Well, Clyde was one of them.
I'm going to go with Stinky. And then, so they're chasing the
Trailer was
stupid
Stinky.
Pac-Man through the streets, like the Italian job, and then Paul Blart's playing Donkey Kong in real life.
Was he on a Segway?
And then he shot up in the air like playing Centipede. And that was a movie.
Pew, 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 pew.
It's a movie.
So is like Adam Sandler doing his own action sequences, like hanging out of a Mini Cooper, or what?
He's hitting them with golf balls. I don't know.
Is it the Happy Gilmore saves the world?
No, I can see. Did Will Smith pass on the movie? Because I could see Will Smith totally rocking that role.
No, he's
right?
too busy filming Independence Day 2.
He had to have
Electric Boogaloo, yeah.
And then Sandler had to have a debate with Pac-Man on business ethics. It's crazy.
Was there any Mortal Kombat flawless victories going on?
No, I saw none. But all I can think about was
80s video games. 80s.
Who
Sorry.
pitched this turd and got it approved.
I'm sorry, should I have had The Godfather queued up for this entire thing?
You know what?
I don't even know if this rant is even worth that.
It was. All I did was I'm sitting there the whole time. I'm sitting on my hands and I'm like waiting for the theater to get silent when it's over. And of course I do a comic book guy and I'm like, worst movie ever, and made the crowd laugh. But I'm like, it looked so bad. That was, honest to God, it's one of the worst things I've ever seen in my life.
But what's weird is you had me until you said Adam Sandler. You're like, okay, awesome premise for a movie, totally cool, and you're like, an Adam Sandler.
Running with it, and I'm out.
And then Paul Blart, you're like, it's like, what are you doing? Like, oh God, for the love of all that's good and holy.
And we should also point out, because they have done so well by us, that we are sitting around the conversation fuel is falling down beer.
Oh yeah,
we're into the second growler already.
Of course we are.
No.
We're 15 minutes into the show. We're on Growler 2. It's going to be one of those nights.
Right.
So can I give the? We're going to do a new thing, I think, from now on. Butthole of the Week award. Unless you want to change the name of it, I'm okay with it. But I think the Butthole of the Week award goes to the Detroit Free Press. You want to know why?
Oh, okay.
Tell us, Bob.
They're charging $893.
Oh, dude, that was
post.
It's $873.
Sorry, $873 to post a single job listing in their classifieds.
When you started this
People
segment, I
read-
thought you were going in a totally different direction.
No.
People read classifieds for jobs? Is that
Yeah,
like a
I'm not
thing?
going to lie. When Bob starts talking about the butthole of the week, I assume he's found someone on Craigslist that he wants to share.
Casual encounters.
It had nothing to do with
No,
the
that's
event.
the back of the Metro Times.
Missed encounters.
That's $850 for
Okay, that's actually cheaper than posting an ad.
But is
on Free Press.
Is business so bad where they got to charge $873 and then how? And you're
No, and
nobody buys
who's
the paper anymore.
paying it? Like, that's the part that kills me. Like, I demand to see the flow chart that led to the decision of
The number.
we're going to charge $873. Not
Let's do
you know
800.
what?
No,
You know what?
900. No.
800.
Keep the math simple.
Like that little mountain climber guy on The Price is Right.
Yeah. He's yodeling, though.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And just higher. Okay, no money, big whammies, or no whammies and big money, and stop.
See, I'm
873.
I think it's more like Pawn Stars, where they're like, how about 800? How about 900? $850, $875, $872, $873. Like, you got a deal. Like how stupid. And then someone's gonna go like, I gotta hire like a $31,000 a year machinist, and I gotta pay $873. So then my office gets bombarded with 3,000 resumes. Like,
right.
So of course I gotta send tweets out every hour on the hour going, "Yep, IT and the D job board still free."
Still free.
So if you want to post a job, just go to itandthed.com.
Right. I actually
jobs.
purchased a subscription to Tweetcaster to Hootsuite just to be able to post that every hour on the hour.
Yeah, right. No, it goes out to 13,000 people. Yep, IT and the D job board still free.
Still free.
Like I can't believe it boggles my mind that people
are paying for that.
We were talking to Jeremiah too. He's like, yeah, they pay it. They pay all day.
What? Dude, here's the best part of that conversation is that apparently there's an inherent suspicion about us because we do everything for free.
No, we do the things we should do.
Wait, so it's too good to be true?
Right. So what's their angle?
Are you guys mining customer data?
No. Here's
we're storing it up because that's what we do with our free time.
Right. Dude, we haven't even managed to figure out how to put a mailing list together yet. That's just not
it's only been 12 years.
Yeah, our mission is the only angle we have is to make the assholes that make people pay for shit like this go away. Like that's our angle.
Nuri, I saw
therein lies the answer to that question.
Right.
I saw a class for LinkedIn Your Way to Success for $40.
Oh.
Right? So
was that at a community college or is that actually like?
No, it's a real thing. I saw another one too of someone that we like, and I wanted to poop all over.
Wait,
it.
it's actually
that's our
someone we
joke,
like?
right? How to lose $20 in networking?
It's not the usual.
$20.
It's not the usual suspect.
Both. The usual and the unusual.
So we have said for a long time that one of these days we're going to run a class, like it's going to be one of our events at like the Blackfin or something, and it's going to be how to not lose $20 in a networking event. And you show up and you give us $20. We walk to the bar, we buy a $20 gift card, we come back, we hand it to you, and say never, ever, ever effing do that again.
Hey Dave. Speaking of networking events.
Hey, we have one of those.
Oh my
coming
God,
up.
we do. May 6th.
Wednesday.
5
Hump day.
o'clock. It's at Hopcat in Detroit.
Hump day at a Hopcat Hump Day.
Hopcat Hump Day. At the
that your new
Huma
safe
room.
word?
Hopcat Hump Day.
Huma room.
Huma room.
Huma.
So,
That's just a Huma. That's just a fun word.
We need to get James Earl Jones to say that.
Mother of God. The Huma room at Hopcat.
Pray I don't alter it further.
So we're going to be upstairs at the Hopcat at 5 o'clock until question mark, because God knows what's going to happen.
Because that's the usual with us, yes.
But yeah, no, all IT people, no insurance people, Aflac people,
no
chamber
fruit
people.
basket salesman.
Bob, how much does it cost?
I'm the only sales guy that's going to be
costs $0.
Zero.
To show up.
It's Plutarski.
0.0.
Buy your own beer.
Because you know what? We believe that fat, drunk, and stupid is a good way to go through life.
Case in point. Pretty soon, bald. Fat, drunk, bald, and stupid.
So we're going to be at the up in the Hoomer room at Hopcat. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's a new venue for us, and like all new venues, we hope it goes well. We've got a fairly decent amount of RSVPs that say they're showing up. It should be a good time.
And the best part is like, hey, go book Hopcat. All right, cool. Who's the general manager? Oh, it's one of the old bartenders from Blackfin. This should be easy,
right? So because networking.
Well, no, because
like Bob. Oh, I'm home.
Because like some butthole bars in town want to charge you $5,000 just to rent a private room so they can buy their beer.
Punchful.
Gesundheit.
Not so.
That word again was.
So yeah, we'll see you at the 6th, and look forward to it.
Yeah, so it's May the 4th be with you.
Isn't that Sith
then
Day?
it's Revenge of the 5th.
Yeah, and then Sith
Is
Day.
there a 6th joke?
Yeah, there is. There was like Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah.
Something like that.
It's getting to the. It's getting like I was seeing memes of like Michael Jackson. Like, where are you going with this? I get the Mike Tyson one. Funny.
Yeah.
Well, Dave, you were Mr. Star Wars back in the prequel days. Was the May the 4th be with you a thing back in the 90s? No, it wasn't. So this is like a modern thing.
No, it didn't start until I want to say about 5-6 years ago. It was a little girl who posted something about getting mocked because like she liked Star Wars and she always would wear costumes to class and that kind of stuff, and like the other kids in class would make fun of her.
Okay.
And it became a thing that, you know what, screw it. On May the 4th, we're all getting together and we're all like supporting the shit out of this little girl, and that's what we're doing. Like that's the scoop.
It's
That's
very
how
cool
that began.
Because Lucasfilm and Disney have embraced it wholeheartedly.
Oh yeah, it was a thing at Celebration. I mean,
Right.
like, they promote it. They do.
phenomenal. It's
Yeah,
like come full circle.
And now it's grown so big that I think I got more May the 4th be with you texts today than happy birthday on my birthday. So
Yes.
like
Right.
either my friends hate me or they're just really into this May the 4th.
There's a billboard on I-75
or they know
in
you
Royal
care more
Oak.
about Star Wars than your birthday.
Bob,
That's
did you
it.
see that driving downtown?
story. True
No,
story.
that floor covering company, one of the floor carpet companies, whatever. It says, "May the floor be with you."
Oh, God.
I mean, it's a thing. Like, is that like jumping the shark, or is that like mainstream?
No,
like everyone's getting into it now.
I looked at the Amazon deals and it was all Star Wars crap.
Oh, yeah.
And I go to Meijer to buy
everything.
Boa card, and it was like huge kiosk of like Star Wars crap.
T-shirts.
Yeah, but that's
Yeah.
the merchandising for the new movie coming up.
Yeah.
So
Where's the flamethrower? I'll buy that. Crying out loud.
right.
So hold on. Can we go back to the Avengers real quick? I
Of
know
course we can.
Of course.
So they knocked this movie out of the park. It was exactly what they needed to be. They completely one-upped like pretty much every movie that's ever been done.
Right.
Sure.
And
Can you-
yet DC is really
DC is like sweating bullets right now.
really banking on Batman versus
Can you
Superman
explain to
to
me
save the
something?
day.
So bad.
Can you explain to me something? How does Hawkeye and Black Widow never get killed? Like, I get how the rest of them have like
Yeah.
powers and stuff.
Yeah, they're not invulnerable.
No.
They're
No.
not invincible.
No.
They're
So is
not.
Hawkeye just like a really, really big like archery enthusiast?
that's
like,
it.
Yeah, apparently he can
He's
like see
basically-
things
He's
like
like
5,000
like
yards
a poor
away.
man's Katniss Everdeen.
He's
Like, is that
basically
what it is?
Pretty
much,
Davis.
yeah.
Okay.
the arrow with a better
No, he's like,
costume.
what's his nuts in Walking Dead? Daryl.
Oh,
I
Daryl's
just-
badass.
Yeah, he's Daryl with a uniform.
He's got unlimited arrows, and
No, because that was a thing in Avengers.
He's
Like,
got
he
a-
ran out of arrows. You
He's got
remember
a
that?
he's got a +5 bow. Or never.
Boo.
Sorry, Dungeons and Dragons
Boo.
nerd reference. I go to
But, like,
box
the
for 2
opening-
minutes and feel shame.
opening scene, there's like 47 50 cals, and like Black Widow's driving. Like, no, she's not getting torn up by like she's just driving, and he's in the back seat going pew pew with his bow and arrow. And it's
Well,
like,
wait, who was firing the 50 cal?
all the bad guys.
Stormtroopers?
Oh, yeah, exactly. If it was taught at Stormtrooper school, of course they'd miss. But I'm like, I'm just sitting there, and I'm like, I just want to enjoy it. I just want to be like, entertain me, please.
Yeah.
I don't want to like pick apart
Suspension
it.
of disbelief. Don't make me think.
Right, I don't
Because
you
the
know,
minute you make me think, it's
It's
bad
over.
things happen.
oh, you made Vision look stupid. No, I'm not going to be like that. I
Yeah.
just want to enjoy.
I
it.
can only see when it's raining. Kiss my ass.
Yeah, I don't
Well, we
know.
were talking-
Yeah, I know, and I do. I don't want to be like Dennis and be like, and pick apart the story, and the book went this way. I don't care. Entertain me.
We have to have his ass back
We
in
do.
here
We
again,
absolutely
so- yeah.
Comic Con. We have to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Call. But and they did a great job entertaining me. But there's just those two things just stuck out. Like, how do you not die? Like, it just drove me nuts. Like,
It's maybe I don't know impervious leather armor that she's
not!
I don't know.
making up crap.
It's a bodysuit.
Give you a bodysuit.
So Bob, you loved it.
Yeah, it was phenomenal.
And the people in the theater, they love it as well. Because I saw some things on Facebook where someone said, the last scene, they're going up to the very last word, and it goes black, and you see Joss Whedon, and somebody yelled, "I hate you, Josh Whedon."
So it was. So wait, it was the last episode of The Sopranos.
but someone says that someone in the theater yelled, "I hate you, Josh Whedon," at the very end.
Blasphemy.
And he apparently shut down his Twitter account over some of the backlash that's happening over this nonsense.
Our theater was empty.
He's
We
like
didn't do
an 8-year-old schoolgirl.
We didn't do the 3D because my kids' eyes get jacked up with the 3D, so we went to the normal one, and there was like 8 people in there. So it's kind of like, and they all sat like right around us, like go sit there,
Go sit elsewhere. Yeah.
Also $12
Buffer
cheaper.
seats.
right, yeah, exactly. I didn't. It was something
It's like a
one
men's
seat away
room. There's
from
always
me.
a buffer urinal.
Right.
Dude, honestly, there's probably like 40 people in my theater, in a huge theater, and there was like we were completely surrounded, and we were sat first, because we got there after the side. I'm like, where do you sit somewhere else? For crying. But the only thing
They just instinctively knew you were going to have.
I didn't like
comments
the
about it.
after the credits spoiler. I'm not gonna tell anybody what it is. That's the one part you're like, oh, come on, and I'll just leave it at that. Great story, Bob.
Great radio, Bob.
Not that go again.
Come on.
Give some hand gestures.
Right.
But no, they completely nailed it. The movie was phenomenal. It's I don't know how they can top when they do stuff like this and make make something else. You know what I mean? I got to go back and watch a stupid Adam Sandler movie after I just watched this. Like,
To reset yourself for expectations.
I'm telling you, like Pumpkinhead was on last night. That's a way better movie than this Adam Sandler movie.
Got to go back and watch the old, 1982 Tron just to like level set expectations.
Tron's way better than that. And I'm a fan of the video game, not the movie, and that movie is way better than the stupid Adam Sandler movie.
So what happened on the Twitter feed? What was the backlash like?
Apparently, people were cranky and giving him shit about basically
people are always cranky about something.
Dude, it's nerd 101.
It's one of those things where he canceled his account and he'll reactivate it like a week later.
And you know how that new how Discover's running commercials like every 20 seconds about their cool new like freeze account feature on their card. That's basically what he just did on his Twitter account.
Pretty much, yeah.
But what was there to complain about? It was literally banter, muscles, and fight scenes. Like, I don't get it.
I'm sorry, Erica. Have you not met nerds?
Wait, what did you say? Captain America chopping wood?
Captain America chopping wood.
Oh, right, all day long.
Amazing.
But there wasn't enough character development.
I was sitting next to my husband. I was like, "Look at that! Look at him!
Look at Captain America's wood!
Look at him, honey! Go chop some
gets
wood."
mad and like rips it in half, and you're like, "Oh, Jesus!"
And you were thinking.
The whole row, I was sitting, and there was like a couple of girls next to me. We were like, "Oh yes!"
And you're thinking he's so great and not another teen movie. Like,
right. He was so good in Flame and Fantastic Four.
Oh, that's so silly. But like, I don't get like that's like complaining when you go to Buddy's or like complaining about the burger at Five Guys. It's like, kiss my ass, get the hell out of here. Like, more people need to say...
whatever happened to the salmon sucked, let's get the hell out of here.
Like, how do you not like that movie? Like, that's like the one movie that's like perfect. Like, there's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
And
you're going to see a movie about superheroes. It is fictitious.
And the good guys won at the end. I'm sorry to spoil it for you, Rocky fans. I'm just throwing it out there. But like, how do you complain about that? Like, what? Stupid, because
they didn't portray that character accurately enough.
In 1977,
didn't follow the comic.
Yeah.
Didn't follow the comic book.
Not enough 57 of Iron Man.
Need more flashbacks.
Right. The entire movie was contradicted by issue 47 in 1978 when it
totally.
Said
the deadest people in the world. They're like,
that did not happen in the comic.
Josh Whedon, you ruined perfectly good. And you made Stan Lee drink a shot of whiskey. Oh, dare you!
Blasphemy. Who's Stan Lee?
Stan.
Oh no, I think you made Stanley drink a shot of whiskey.
He did.
Not Stanley. Stan.
Oh, okay.
Stan, awkward pause, Lee.
Stan _ Lee.
Stan, wait for it, Lee.
Well, if I can expand on Bob's point, nerdery is supposed to add joy to your life, and if it doesn't, you're doing it wrong.
Get the hell out.
Thank you.
Exactly.
Amen.
Right. But so here's what. But reality 101 though is unfortunately some people are not happy unless they're bitching about something, and I mean, and that's. Like, I don't get it. I don't understand it. It's just because, it just adds stress and chaos and pain and suffering to your life. No.
That's my line.
Is it really your line?
Yeah, it's mine.
Okay.
I just found out what Yoda's first name was. He had a first name.
Mister?
No. Not Master.
Was it Stanley?
No, his first name is Minch. Minch Yoda. I was on Reddit today.
Because that's true.
No, I'm pretty sure that might have been Yogurt's first name, not Yoda.
And that was Mensch, and I'm like, I didn't know that he was
German. Funny, he doesn't look Jewish.
Exactly. Speaking of that, we're at a quick break. We're going to be back with the girls from IT. This is the IT in the D show.
We'll be back with, we're going to go ahead and dive into the glit. So, yeah.
Oh, boy.
Live from the Raw Radio X studios in downtown Detroit, this is the IT in the D show.
Hi, I'm Brittany Daniel from The Game, and you're listening to IT in the D show.
If you're a reseller of IT solutions, the original equipment manufacturer should not be your strongest competitor. At Quantum, we understand the true meaning of partnership. We work with our channel to deliver industry-leading solutions together, all the time, not just when it's convenient for us. Heck, we don't even have a direct sales force. Quantum is looking for a few good partners. Call 586-745-4DXI to get started. That's 586-745-4394.
This is a previously recorded episode of the IT in the D Show.
All right, welcome back. Segment 2, episode 90. This is the IT in the D Show. May the 4th be with you. We're sitting here in the Raw Radio X studios in the Russell Industrial Center. Beautiful Midtown Detroit, Michigan. This is Bob the Sales Guy. We're here with Dave the Geek. Jeff, the voice of reason. Find us online.
There's no escape. Don't make me destroy you.
You couldn't destroy me if you tried. Find us online, itmd.com, and all the good stuff, happy good stuff is there. So we are segment 2. We have some awesome, cool. Like you guys should be on the show with us every week. So.
I don't know. Fly casual.
What crappy movie is that from?
Are you
the Jedi?
serious?
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, why the hell did I know?
Avoid them, but don't look like you're avoiding them.
At this point, I'm too afraid to ask.
What crappy movie is that from?
So who? So we have.
We're going to dive in with Amber and one of our favorites, Erica.
Yeah.
Hello.
Talking about Self.Conference that's going on at the end of the month.
Cool.
And go.
Right. So we had a little chat at the bar, and you're in that wonderful time period where you're basically waiting for, like, it's the last couple weeks heading up to the event, and it's, okay, people buy your goddamn tickets because it's time.
They're going fast, folks.
With all conferences, so
Right.
I've heard.
Yeah.
I've heard.
Yeah.
Everybody buys them 2 days before.
Right.
Yeah,
And then wants the VIP package.
Right.
It's the mad dash right at the end.
So, okay, so, like, from a, like, there are a bajillion conferences that go on. Like, what is Self-Conference, and why is it different? What's the scoop?
So Self.Conference is like, it is a developer conference, but it's half and half, right? So it's like technical talks, languages, tools, processes, that kind of thing. But the other half is more about, like, how we're doing as an industry. So, like, team processes, empathy, diversity, inclusivity, that kind of thing.
Okay, very good. So, so what's the focus? Like, I mean, is it a developer conference? Is it a business conference? Is it a sales guy conference? Like, what's the scoop?
It is more of a developer conference than anything else.
Okay, so from what perspective? Like, what? So I should buy a ticket. Why?
So,
I as a developer, why do I want to be at Self.Conference?
So I'm a developer who really likes learning lots of different languages and also is really interested in things like figuring out how to make my community more inclusive.
Okay. So, so I mean, is it just straight like panel sessions? Is it like a lot of what kind of experience am I going to have? Like, so if I go there, like, what should I be expecting walking in? Like, is it a lot of like I bring my laptop? I don't bring my laptop. What's the scoop?
So you definitely bring your laptop. I like to think of it as like a cross between like Code Mash and CalX, like smashed together.
Okay.
So we have like 4 tracks going at any time. We try to mix it up. We have exactly half and half as far as like soft talks and hard talks. And not that hard of talk. Well, submit next year.
Touche. I got nothing.
Talk hard!
I'm just going to push my mic back.
So I mean, is it more informative? Is it more interactive? Like like I said, so like as a developer, like what do I like? Why do I want to go there?
So most of the talks are informative. There are a couple things that are like workshops, and there's one that's actually like an open talk about gender identity, which I think is really interesting because it's a very talked about thing that a lot of people like don't necessarily get. So I'm really excited to see how that one works out.
Yeah, so dive into that. What does that entail?
Yeah, Bob just had his eyes open.
Come on.
That was a thing.
It's in the style of like a Reddit, but everyone's in the same room, so you
That was
can't
perfect for Bob.
quite Reddit it.
Yeah, Bob's all about Reddit.
But it's an open AMA, so it's a safe space to ask anything that you want.
Because if there's one thing that's Reddit is known for, it's intelligent conversation.
Well, yeah, but you can see everyone else's face.
Oh, so different. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. so no keyboard courage.
Right.
So when you say gender identity, you're talking about like people that like have gone the other way, like.
any part of it, right? So there's people who are male or female or transgender or, don't really subscribe to any of that. Any of that.
Because
non-judgmental.
One of the most awkward moments in our life, there was an inside sales rep from one of the distributors we dealt with on a daily basis. And they said an email blast went out and it said I don't remember the name exactly, but it was like, hey, Brian that you've been dealing with is now going to be called Brianna. Please be respectful. And it's I just wish they would have just said nothing, right? And they said, this is your new rep.
Oh, yeah. That's a
but
good
now,
point.
But now they make it this awkward.
Why draw attention to it?
I'm still saying that if Bruce Jenner does not change his name to Juice Brenner during the course
You've been
of this,
waiting for that.
It's a giant fail.
Do you have multiple memes prepped for that? to
Dude,
happen?
it's all they're all
like a
live.
desktop
He's already started them.
There's I got 9 URLs and 50 different memes.
No, but
all
Amber,
ready to go.
Amber, you know
That's
what I mean?
Hootsuite's for.
Amber, you know what I mean? The things that shouldn't be a big deal, I think people make it out to be, and I think that completely counteracts the whole. Because they made a huge deal out of that.
And that gets back to the whole. No, that gets back to the whole. The last weekend at PenguinCon. Honestly, it's a lot like the 10 Commandments of networking and the 10 Commandments of job search and everything we talked about with networking. The shit that we assume is just there.
Mm-hmm. Common sense, yeah,
is sadly not.
Yeah,
right.
At all.
It shouldn't matter.
Yeah.
It's the whole thing with PenguinCon and the bathrooms and
What was the big sign at PenguinCon when you walked in?
Oh, there was consent.
Consent.
That was the big one.
Right.
Giant props for PenguinCon, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, that we'll get into the whole finding lost little Erica in the middle of nowhere story in a bit. But no, I mean it is. I mean it's one of those things that, dude, why do you care? It shouldn't. It's like I've always said. It's like getting mad at the guy in front of you at the line at Subway because he's ordering a meatball sub and you're ordering a club and you're mad at him because he's not getting what you're getting.
Right.
And that has an impact on your life. How?
Yeah.
Happens to me all the time. I always get pissed at people for not ordering what I order.
I know.
But there's always going to be someone who's weirdly upset about that and going to bring it up in a really weird and uncomfortable
And why?
way. And so I think that people are just trying to get in front of that. This is going to happen.
Yeah.
You need to get over it right now before you have to interact with this person who doesn't need your bullshit.
Right.
You need people like us to give them the middle finger and give them the butthole that
Just call them out on it.
Right.
Here, this sign's for you.
Yeah, here's your sign. That's right. We'll bring. We'll reinvigorate Bill Engvall's career. Here's your sign.
So give us a couple idea of a couple of the tracks going on. I know you said you had a couple labs. Give us an idea of some of the tracks and some of the speakers that are going on.
As far as labs, we've got a couple talks that are code your way through learning this new basic thing. So one is learning how to make an iOS game, which is pretty cool.
In 45 minutes.
In 45 minutes, yeah.
Wow.
I'm going to try and sneak into that one. I'm excited about it.
We're in the wrong business.
Can we do a hackathon to make an IT and the D game? I want find that guy in a crowded network.
And we'll give him $50
Oh my God, that's a phenomenal idea.
Some beer.
Yeah.
What was
it's like a
the
networking
game?
game.
Hunt that guy down.
It's in a bar and you got to find that guy.
He's wearing a tie.
Capture
it looks
the
like
flag,
looks
but
like
with
The
some
Sims.
guy.
Yeah. There's 20 characters in there. Oh yeah,
it's on.
Yeah. So we've also got a large team talking about lessons they've learned from working in a giant team.
Figuratively or literally? Sorry.
So if you've got 15 developers, that's a lot harder than 3 developers, right?
Yeah.
It's just the complexity there is challenging. So they've got 4 of those team members coming to talk about that. And on the flip side, we have somebody talking about mental health and computer science and the issues that plague developers that we don't talk about, right?
Is Dave the subject matter for that?
Yeah. Yeah, welcome to Top Gun. The list is long and distinguished.
We've got somebody giving an introduction to WatchKit, so there's bleeding edge stuff as well. So all kinds of stuff. We're really excited about it.
So it's at the end of this month. It's the last weekend. So tickets are obviously still available. How do people find out about it? Where do they go read more? What do tickets cost?
Self.Conference.org is where you need to go. Tickets are $250, which we think is pretty cheap for what we're putting on.
Okay.
It's going to be phenomenal. We're really excited about the lineup that we have this year. We've brought in a couple of really great keynoters, Brianna Wu, Mike Lee, Justin Searles. It's going to be amazing.
That's why I was like,
I wondered what that face was.
click. Yeah. No, very because that's been God. We've had that conversation a million times. No, Brianna Wu, the whole like Gamergate, like she's one of the developers.
She's right in the middle of it.
Well, no, and God love her. She had her life became the center of a Law and Order SVU episode, which was actually kind of cool. I mean, it was.
And instead of leaving the industry like that character apparently did, she was like, "No,
nope,
fuck this, I'm doing it."
Is that the one with
Screw you.
Is that the one with LL Cool J or with Ice-T?
No, SVU is Ice-T.
Right.
Yeah, the one where the guy who became the guy who sang "Cop Killer" is now a cop.
It's irony personified.
It's where gangster rappers go to die. It's
right.
The Florida for this.
But no, I mean it's that whole topic, and we've actually had to pull. I did. I mean, I pulled a post down from our Facebook page about the whole like Gamergate thing about Brianna because it got way too vitriolic. It got way too people like not believing that's a thing and just kept being ridiculously over the. And
then doing it.
And it was the friend
exactly.
And it was the friend that we have that can't get a job in the IT industry right now. Just saying. That was
go figure.
It's like it's like that's a thing. Like, and that's what I don't get is like people don't. I'm okay with being casually dismissive over, hashtag first world problems and all that nonsense. But, like, that's a real thing, and it's a real deal, and it's a real pain in the ass for a lot of people that has a real serious impact on their lives.
Yep.
And I am. I mean, like, kudos for her for, like, even doing public conferences and that kind of stuff now because it's the shit that she gets on Twitter and everywhere else, if I were her, I'd be rocking in a fetal ball in the corner and be like, I'm never.
What's crazy is when I first met her, she was giving a talk at Alt Conference last year, and she was putting up examples of the emails she got already before Gamergate even happened. And now it's just tenfold. Like
just the raw email, just like laying it out there. Unreal.
And they were horrible.
And you thought Metro Times was bad on you. That.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Me being the suburbanite white guy, I'm okay with that.
Right. Right.
At least they weren't like threatening to show up at my house and rape me and kill me and all that. Dude, it's ridiculous. I don't. Again, it's that common sense that isn't all that common. I can't even wrap my head around it. I can't. No. Like I don't understand that facet of the gaming world or the geek culture or any of that kind of stuff that doesn't get
it's a seedy underbelly of the internet.
Why do you care? Like why do you care if it's a girl that writes the games? Right. Why do you care?
Why does that even need to be a thing?
Enjoy the game.
Just enjoy the game.
Shut up and
Dave, you know about the underbelly of the internet. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, there's 3 or 4 people in my life that I'm afraid to piss off because I know they're gonna go to Twitter with it.
I'm one of them.
No. You don't use Twitter.
Yeah, you don't use Twitter, actually.
I don't.
Like, I told somebody something, like, pretty in confidentiality, and they went to Twitter. And
really?
I'm like, dude! Like, no! I'm like, I'm never telling you anything. Like, you just burn a bridge with me.
It's a circle of trust. You're outside.
Yeah.
Well, we have that conversation with Jer every now and then. That I'll be like, okay, media guy, turn your media guy hat off.
Right.
Because, no... This is us
bouncing. Speaking to the tie.
No, this is us bouncing something off you as a friend. I swear to God, if I see this in a post, I will kick your ass.
So, hey, going back to Self.Conference, like, obviously you're buying admission to the conference. What do people, besides the networking opportunities, right, which are great, what do people expect to get out of it? What when you walk out of there? Like, what are you going to get your skills elevated? Are you going to, is there some goofy certs, that you can give it out? You know what I mean?
We don't have any goofy certs.
God damn it.
My favorite... So,
like with a... Like from Disney?
Oh my God.
Yes.
I know iOS.
Besides Self.Conference, my favorite conference is CodeMash. And I love CodeMash because when I leave, I'm like inspired enough for the rest of the year. Like I've learned a bunch of new technologies. I've met a bunch of really amazing people. And I just have like expanded my knowledge and expanded the things that I think about and that I care about. So we try to do the same thing and not just on a technology level, So that's I think what the
I feel like we should be broadcasting live from there.
The Crusher.
Are we allowed? Do we get press passes?
We have the technology. We can make it better.
We do.
To the internet. I mean, if this guy over here in the corner will vouch for you, we can talk about it.
we got the thumbs up for those playing at home.
I'm just happy it was the thumb that came.
Right. Once again, that's that kind of show.
All right, so okay, so Self.Conference end of the month. It's $250. Is it a Friday, Saturday, Sunday thing? Fridays, where over the course of that weekend does it play?
It's just Friday and Saturday, the 29th and 30th,
Okay.
at Motor City Casino.
Ah, okay.
Even better.
Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah, we were pretty excited when we went and toured the facility. It looks awesome.
We are having the attendee party in there. What is it called?
Amnesia.
It's their like.
Oh, how appropriate!
It's like their former dance club up on the
Wow.
16th, 18th, whatever floor, and it's going to be amazing. So we're really excited.
Free
Very
roofies
cool.
with a $20 coverage.
I have a head injury.
Not you.
No, not you.
Well,
that's talking about the casino.
Well, who was it? Budweiser is apparently going to be looking for a new marketing company.
Oh, they're in deep doo-doo.
Yeah. Have you seen this? The Budweiser's new idea. It's the perfect drink. It's the drink that removes no from your vocabulary.
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah. That's the slogan.
Who approved that marketing tactic?
Yeah, that had to go through so many people.
Really?
That were like, this is great. Too.
Yeah.
Like, did the entire marketing department just get really drunk and black out, and that's what happened?
No, they're sampling their own product and making decisions.
Free roofie with every 12-pack.
It was probably
Idiots,
a naive
all of
dude
them.
that doesn't party and up for anything. So I'm up for
Well,
anything.
because they do. They have that up for anything.
Yeah,
thing, and I get that, but
It's probably some naive doesn't go out.
Hey guys,
has no idea.
I've got a great idea. Let's try. No.
Got a lot of great ideas. Trouble is, most of them suck.
or would get us sued, or would get
that made international news. It was nuts. I saw.
Yeah.
Anyway.
All right, so it's at Motor City Casino. Very, very cool. So I mean, it's local. It is the Friday, Saturday at the end of the month. Anything else we haven't talked about? I mean, as far as what's going to be there, people that like reasons why people want to go.
Saturday is my birthday, and it'll be a really great party.
Other than clearly you
Go
forgot.
We're going to get everyone to sing Erica Happy Birthday.
Clearly you forgot.
Worst kept secret
Don't
ever.
tell Erica.
Yeah, forgot to set up an IT in the D discount code for all the folks that are listening right now.
You know-
But beyond that,
I think the best thing last year, the talks are phenomenal, and I'm so excited. The lineup this year, I think, is even better than last year, which I didn't think we could do, but we did. But the conversations people have in the hallways and the people that
That's
you
always the case with conferences,
Yeah,
right?
it's
there should be a conference for conferences.
Wait, are you setting up an IT in the D coupon code?
Coupon? Is there a Q in there?
Yes, coupon.
Coupon.
Is there coupon code IT in the D for how much off? You guys figure it out after the show.
So we planned poorly, but we could probably do that.
We'll make that happen.
We got you on record now, so
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, it's a great experience. We were bowled over by the feedback last year. I don't think we had a negative word said, except people wanted more food. So this year there's more food. So
more food is always good.
But hey, we're bouncing up against the break. Selfconference.org.
We are.
You guys are setting up a coupon code IT in the D.
With no spaces?
No spaces altogether. It looks like in Fed.
Okay, yeah.
It's
right.
in the da.
Right. But yeah, I appreciate you coming out. Actually, you guys are going to stick around for segment 3.
We've got more.
We got Nuri here too for some happy
more
hijinks.
Pegacon rehash from
because we want to rehash that for the third time.
Well, because the episode, the debacle that was that last week,
It was terrible. This is the IT in the D show.
We'll be right back.
Live from the Raw Radio X studios in downtown Detroit, this is the IT in the D show.
Hey guys, it's Time Hawk, Bruce Leroy from The Last Dragon. You're listening to the IT&D show.
Do you know what your storage costs? We do, and that's why we're doing something about it. At Quantum, we think you're just paying too much. Period. We've been helping our customers protect their data since 1981 while reducing their total cost of ownership, often by as much as 40%. We believe your strategic data protection plan should take advantage of all available technology. Let's talk some more at 586-745-4DXI. That's 586-745-4DXI. 4394. Quantum. Established name, new ideas.
This is a previously recorded episode of the IT in the D Show.
Welcome back,
Hello.
segment 3. This is the IT in the D Show. It's like pulling teeth, getting Dave back in the studio
What
on a
happened?
break. Yeah, exactly.
Captain Soundboard doesn't know how to use
What
the
are you
soundboard.
doing out there? Welcome back. This is segment 3, episode 90. This is the IT in the D Show. Made
Don't
a
be
4th
mad.
with you.
I'm not mad. I'm just
Yeah,
very
we
surprised.
might be in a minute.
How long was that cigarette?
Just don't be mad.
Bob the Sales Guy here with Dave the Geek, Jeff the Voice of Reason. Find us online, itinthed.com. Like us on Facebook /IT.
I have been having a very bad day. Just got out of jail this morning. I was on the bus and flipped over 17 times. Bitch tried to stab me in the bathroom. Somebody blew up my Porsche. I am in a bad goddamn mood.
Follow us on Twitter /ITND.
See, now he's just making up for it.
And for the love of God, give us a review on iTunes. It would make
For
our
the love
day.
of all things holy, please.
What are you doing out there for crying out loud?
Just solving the world's problems. That's
Yeah.
what I do.
Yeah.
You know me.
Yeah.
So we're all doomed.
Yeah, good
Right.
times. So we have back in the studio. There's like 47 girls in the studio.
Which
of them
never happens.
Wait, what?
3 of them were on the last.
Well, we're
segment.
on camera now.
And we got
so.
the rest of them, and we're on camera. The red light's on.
Should we bring in one of the black leather couches that's out in the hallway? That's
brown brown cow.
we have Caitlin.
Kate Catlin.
Catlin.
Caitlin. I always said it was Caitlin.
Cat, like kitty
Catlin.
cat.
Oh,
So we got that on camera doing that, the jazz hand thing. Catlin.
I even. And then we have
a jazz hand, Jeff.
E-
This is a jazz hand.
we have Elise and Erica back. We're gonna hang out and we're gonna talk to Kate because she's like one of those that like loves Detroit and then leaves and then comes back.
Right. Yeah, all about Detroit, and I'm moving to Portland or wherever.
Denver.
So you got a documentary crew following.
Oh wait, were
you.
we not supposed to bring that up?
No.
Give me all the shit in the world. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
So what in the world's
I
with this?
understand.
What's the world's with this documentary crew?
Yeah,
And there's a
what-
GoPro in the studio.
Yeah,
Like, what are you doing?
Why the hell are we being filmed right now? And do we need to sign a release?
Suckers.
Right.
At some point, I think
Are-
I want
are-
you to do that. You can
Yeah,
choose
exactly.
to or
Are
not.
we
I
in
don't
a
know.
Are we in a Gilbert sponsored studio?
Yeah.
Like what happened?
Where did it all go wrong?
Big Brother.
No. So what's going on? How'd you get chosen for this? And what are you doing? What are you doing?
She's the chosen
so
one.
I actually came to Detroit with a Venture for America fellowship. So
Venture for
America. Jazz hands. So Venture for America, yeah, we stole the name from Teach for America. Deal with it. It's a 2-year program, but instead of going to schools, they take a bunch of smart, awesome, amazing, beautiful, inspiring.
So how'd you get into this?
Yeah. It was a fluke. I got it. It's a 2-year fellowship, and you serve in a city like Detroit, Baltimore, Las Vegas, New Orleans at a startup for 2
Oh,
years.
great! Now we're like a Mormon mission destination. That's right. There's Uganda,
take pity on us,
Botswana, and Detroit.
Is Sarah
That's
McLachlan
outstanding.
going to sing a song for us?
I will remember you.
I play that in my house every night before I go to sleep.
Of course you do.
Sad puppies in the commercial.
Oh, God.
Tables.
Oh, absolutely. You know you're getting buttholes and
What?
right, exactly.
Right.
Like, I hate to see like when the Arbor lady when she gets the oh my God, they get the film back. So what else you work? What else are you working on, Kate? Trying to get serious here for a minute.
There's actually 2 really awesome things I'm working on, and then one we're going to talk about longer because there are 2 extremely attractive ladies on air with me tonight. The first one is I launched a project called Women Rising. If you www.womenrising.co. And the whole idea is 82% of professional women are seeking mentors. 95% have never actually asked someone to be a mentor. And 67% of the women who have never been a mentor said they would have loved to if only someone had ever asked them.
And 82% of all stats are made up on the spot.
Yeah,
That's right.
I just made all of that up. I hope you're really impressed. Actually, no, I found it on Google. Thanks very much.
I'm just
so that
so
means it's
if it's
real.
on the internet, it must be true.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
must be true. Yeah, I think it's from BuzzFeed. No, I'm just kidding. These are scientific studies. Thank you very much. But yeah, so the whole idea is basically online dating for mentors and mentees in the technology industry. We've had a lot of really amazing matches so far. Erica was a mentor in the last round and basically told some empowering. And that's been
Already then.
That's been really awesome. So I encourage all women in both technology and business to sign up and seek mentors on that.
We've had the Digital Divas on the show, and I will definitely like to point her to what you guys are doing, because that's definitely up her alley, and they're awesome,
Right.
too.
Fantastic.
Absolutely.
Super cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the other thing is all three of the women on the show right now are Detroit Labs employees, which is like the most empowering person. It's the most ever. And something that we're really proud of is our apprenticeship program, which I'm going to let Erica take it away on explaining.
Oh, good. Okay. So the apprenticeship program, which just turned 1 year old in March, is a program that Detroit Labs offers where we bring in people who have no programming experience, and in 3 months we train them to be software developers. They get paid while they're in the program, they get benefits, all that good stuff. And both the ladies with me on the air tonight have been through the program and were apprentices for our Android class.
And they survived.
And they survived. I didn't get mean until this most recent class. I've gotten steadily meaner as we've gone along.
Erica scares us now.
Kids these days, they can't be trained.
You know,
they don't listen. They don't
can't
put their
tell them
toys away.
So anyway, we're really excited about the program. We actually ran 2 kind of pilot classes, and we hired the apprentices who came out of it internally. We are currently running our first class where our apprentices will actually be placed with our client companies, who are really excited about this as well. So we're really geeked to be getting into workforce development, even though we didn't expect it.
So you're expanding beyond Detroit Labs then?
We sure are. We're
Staff
very
aug.
excited. Yep. So we're trying, a lot of us came from staffing companies or from staff aug companies, and so we're trying to do it a little bit better and a little bit different.
Yeah.
It's an experiment, and we're playing with it to see what happens, but we're trying to keep a lot of the good things about Detroit Labs as part of that model.
Well,
So-
if there's one thing we've learned about Erica over the years is that she's all in favor of experimentation.
Yep.
That was an off-the-air conversation, Dave.
Well, we got the GoPro, so we're recording.
Anyway, so the program went from having nobody really running it to having me running it to now having 3 full-time team members running it.
Wow.
Myself included. So it's grown a whole bunch. We have trained 36 apprentices over the course of it.
Wow.
A large number of our employees, I think about 30% of our
Wow,
team
they're
is
doing a lot better than certain other programs.
I don't
that
understand.
We're aware of.
Which
in the
programs
area.
would those be, Dave? I don't know.
I don't know.
You actually are
maybe
getting-
maybe the ones that tried to steal our goddamn name.
Yeah.
Kiss my ass.
Those buttholes?
So you're actually getting paid and have benefits while you're learning to
Right,
do your job.
and yet-
yeah.
So
don't-
I would love to talk about that, because
Yes.
the reason for that is that we don't think that becoming a developer should be limited to people who can afford to take 6 months off work or pay $10,000 to go to a boot camp.
What a
Well,
novel
it's like-
concept.
Well, it's like squeezing blood from a stone. If you're unemployed for 9 months and you don't have any money, how can you afford to spend $15,000 to learn Java?
Yeah, and we have people in our program we have one guy who's been a cell phone salesman for years, who's phenomenally talented at this stuff, and it's amazing. And we've had people come
See,
out.
Bob, there's hope for you.
We've had people come out of somebody else did 12 years in the mental health field and now is a developer.
Wow.
And we have a bright and gorgeous young lady across from me who came from marketing. So now we're going to turn it over to Elise.
So and we've actually talked about we've talked about this before. So for all the people out there that are like, you know what, I'm not in IT right now. And there's no way for me to get into IT. It just
Everybody tells me there's no jobs.
It doesn't work.
No,
and there's no
it's-
jobs.
no,
Kiss
it's-
my
it's
ass.
too hard for me to learn.
No. So Elise, you've been on our show a couple times, and the last couple times you were on our show was because you were a marketing person at Brightwing, a consulting company, and you have since left. Gone through classes, gone through training, and now you're a developer at Detroit Labs.
And it didn't take you 10 years.
Didn't take me 10 years.
It only took me making her cry about 40 times.
I was actually thinking earlier today that the last time we were on this show, both Elise and I
We were all
had
secretly
applied to the
interviewing.
apprentice
We were all
program.
Right.
Well, you were waiting on bated breath on whether or not you were going to be accepted.
We were terrified.
The best part is,
So awkward.
like, both of you had shot us notes individually, like, don't talk about it.
Right.
But
It's on the
we both-
DL. Yeah. Hey, please don't tell anyone. Yeah. You're only on a podcast that's listened to in all 50 states and 41
It
countries.
never happened.
No. Anyway,
So like
Elise.
so how is
Good
that
talk, Elise.
yeah, so how has that transition work for you? Like so you
awkward
were
on there.
and we're going to pull the ego right out of you. So how has that transition gone for you? Like going from the marketing world to a development role? Like obviously it's possible because you did it. So like what would you tell other folks that are out there not in the IT world that are looking or thinking that it's not possible to get into it? What would you say to them?
I'd say one of the biggest things, and Labs does a really good job of this in the interview process for the apprentice program, is finding people who have drive. I myself am not like a natural technical person. I myself am not necessarily like a natural technical person, and so how our program for Android was structured was the first month was Java, which, as you know, Java is such a warm and snuggly, fuzzy language to learn as someone who's like not necessarily a naturally technical person. I was
Java.
good with
Java.
logic.
This is your last chance, Java.
But I'm
Free us or die.
Marketing communications, right? So I'm a little bit more visual, and so until we got to like the portion of
you were
learning,
so proud of yourself, though. Like you posted every step along the way on your Facebook. You were like, "Hey, look, my first code. Look."
well, you were live blogging your experience with the program, were you not?
When I like had time.
Yeah.
I basically like shut down all communications with the outside world for 4 months. But basically, so like Java was so hard for me to understand because there wasn't like that UI component. Like I couldn't see the like magical thing move across the screen. And then when we got to like adding the XML feature, I was like, oh my god,
I get it now.
I see it. So I mean, it's still some things are harder for me than others, but like we had learners in our class that weren't as visual, that like the UI component, like they just didn't compute as easily. Whereas like I excelled really well on that, so that was like a huge confidence booster. And I don't know, everyone learns at different paces, and everyone has their strengths, but you work.
Elise is being modest. So the other piece of advice here that she's not sharing is that she worked harder than I have ever seen anybody work in my entire life. Like, it's not easy. You don't just, like, learn to code in 3 days and then go get a job. It's
definitely
really
have to want
hard. And you have to want it, and you have to be just willing to put in the time. And she was, and now she kicks ass.
So is the program structured like a college course? Like, you actually have homework? Or is it like, you go there from 9 to 5, and then you're done, and you show up the next day and you learn more?
So think of it like almost like grad school, like on crack. So like when I said I kind of cut up like communication with like the outside world, like I basically talked to the apprentices, like people at labs, and like my husband, and like that, and like sometimes my mom and dad, and that was like it. And that was like from the fall to like right after Christmas time. Like I didn't have the mental capacity to talk to like humans. So for the first month, it was Java from 9 to noon, and that was like class time. Like Erica was going through slides and like fundamentals and stuff like that. Then the afternoon was like problem sets, like example projects. Then after that, then we got a Android book, and then we were like unleashed on Android for 2 weeks, and it was kind of like learn at your own pace. And we did this Coursera course, which was horrible because they did this thing where they'd be like, oh, you should do X, Y, and Z. Just kidding. Don't do any of this. And like for all of us that were new, we're like taking diligent notes while trying to learn it. And then we're like, what do you mean? You're just kidding. I don't know how to compute how to undo what you just did to my brain. So we did that for 2 weeks, and then we went into like a month and a half of like group projects. And so we had like two-week sprints, like, and those were different teams, and you like had just like some pet app that your group made up. Like I was on my first team did like a Tinder for food called Broiler, and you'd like swipe left and right. We made like profiles for food. It was like so delightful to write these profiles in the
medium rare swipe left,
medium rare
swipe left, medium rare swipe left.
The day when we all took on writing the profiles was like my favorite day of the whole thing. What was the other one?
Like the old marketing girl came out.
Oh yeah, well it was just like you could just like say like weird stuff about like, and it was like you're pretending that you're like a chicken nugget or like a piece of pizza or like breakfast sausage or something. It was so weird. It was so funny though.
Well, but
all the things I love.
Yeah.
All right, so taking a step back, so like you're talking about Java and Android and that ecosystem. Like when you are joining the program, do you get to choose like what side of the fence, like iOS, Android, or is it based on their client need or the demand?
Well, so the first apprentice class was like they were recruited just specifically for iOS
because we didn't have enough iOS developers.
Then the second group was kind of like,
oh shit, we need Android developers.
Damn it! So many people are asking for the Android version of that iOS program.
Yeah, so that was the round that I was in, which ended up working out really well.
And that's
okay.
So I went through the program with Elise as an Android developer, and then was like, oh, I really like to talk all the time, always. And so I switched into business development. And so I'm going to jump in as sales guy Kate now.
Oh, yeah.
And say
my
that,
people.
and so, hey, I was one of you. I did it, and now I'm Bob.
You realize that was sound.
Right, exactly.
The resemblance is uncanny.
POTUS targets the dark side of these.
I think that's something important to stress here is that we've done Android and we've done iOS, and now we're doing JavaScript specifically for a client that came to us and said, Detroit Labs, the people you're training are better than the people we can hire. They actually have social skills. You have 200 applicants for 12 spots.
No.
You can hire people who can talk. That's amazing.
Really?
And they're saying, you're training in a specific way that necessitates clean code. You're training in an environment that's professional, and it's a developer environment, and so it's
well,
like
yeah,
by
because every time I
developers
see
for
a post from
developers.
like anything to do with the apprentice program, it's at a bar somewhere.
Right.
Well, that's what developers do. I don't get it.
Well, that's how it should be.
And clients don't care about clean code, do they?
No. This doesn't work.
It's fine. Does a widget ship?
Right.
Fine.
But, something I do want to get across is that we do have a few JavaScript developers left from this class. And so if you are hiring for JavaScript or Angular,
if only there was some place they could go. If only
perhaps
like Wednesday night. If only there was something they could go to
where there's actually
like at Hopcat that's downtown.
What would you call something that was on Wednesday?
I would call it IT in the goddamn D.
IT in the D on a street that's torn to shit.
Right, yeah.
Woodward is not looking.
Well, that was the running gag. Was the magnitude 4 earthquake hit? Nobody noticed any road damage whatsoever.
The roads are fine. They're the same. They've always been that way.
It cost $500 million in road improvements.
Right.
Yeah, they actually fixed them.
All the rocks fell into place.
Right.
But seriously, we're the best training program ever. So
it's pretty goddamn phenomenal. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it's we had Nate in here a while ago, and we had that conversation with him. I mean, before the apprentice program got gelled, and you guys have come a long way. I mean, it's phenomenal what you're doing.
Sorry. So the apprentice program is growing so fast, and it's becoming so popular. Like you guys are running out of room now. Like, is there like a waiting list? Like what's the turnaround time for the next wave of students?
So with the current staff, the numbers that I have crunched, we could manage to run 4 programs in a year if we really wanted to kill ourselves.
Wow.
We are currently exploring ways to expand that don't involve killing ourselves.
There's so many hours a day.
And there's all kinds of stuff in the pipeline, from a bigger team to different space to all kinds of various other things that are super secret for right now.
Sure. Because if anyone's paying attention to the pipe, it's Erica.
No, but Kate, I have a question for you. And Eric, we talked about this offline. It's something that, it should be brought into light. And it's like the toughest thing to sell in a development environment is, I sold something. Oh, crap, we have to put some talent on this.
Right.
And then, oh, my God, there's 6 people off project. Oh, crap, will you sell something already? It's this
flip side of the coin.
It's this never-ending cycle.
No.
And I mean,
The
that's
never-ending story.
Kate, I know you said you're on it for 3 weeks. But I mean, it's something that's Erica. How is that going to be tackled, or how is that going to be looked upon? Because it's not just for you guys; it's for everybody that does what you do.
Sure. So sometimes things just flow and everything lines up, and we have the right number of people for the right projects.
And then the 99.9% of the rest of the time.
And sometimes Kate calls me and screams, "Seriously?"
That happened today.
You just said that
today. No, so we run into the same stuff as everybody else, right? And what we try to do is
it's tech guy, sales guy 101. You promise them what?
What?
So we try to communicate, the two of us and also our larger teams as well. We know there's some degree of chaos involved, and so we just try to be really zen about that. And then we try to mitigate what we can by talking to each other a lot.
Elise, is this what you were alluding to earlier at the bar about the miscommunication and the lack of translation?
Yeah,
you know, something's
exactly.
lost there. You know, she's like, no.
Ixnay the
really
conversation.
helps.
Kay.
I think it really helps that the head of the apprentice program, Erica, and the head of placing the apprentices, Kate, are really good friends and drink a lot offline. So we call and yell, but
That's the
But it all works well.
bonding yell.
No, it's the secret of all good business
Right.
relationships: alcohol.
Yeah, right. The cause of and solution to all of life's problems.
Right. So and speaking of which, I want to double back. So where are you leaving us for?
You keep bringing that up. Oh my God!
It's
Okay,
relevant.
Answer the question,
Listen,
Claire.
It's Kate Catlin. There's no L. Oh, there is an L. All right.
She's totally missing the reference.
Well, there's an
totally.
I.
No,
There's
I
just
am.
not one
I'm sorry.
I.
I'm like 12 years old. I'm 24. Close enough.
Breakfast Club? Come on. Really?
She's
Oh, I know.
I've seen
I don't want
Breakfast
to
Club.
live on this planet
I saw it
anymore.
one time
Just stop the world.
on a plane.
Really?
I'm headed to Denver. I am going to continue working for Detroit Labs because it is the best company in America, maybe on Earth. So I'll be working remotely, and mostly I'll be doing West Coast sales for them.
Well, and we know someone else out
trying to
there.
bring in more and more apprentices out there. So.
We kind of know someone else out that way.
That's right. Yeah, one of the original founders of GDI.
Yep.
Kara Jo, you guys should hook up and badmouth
Yeah.
Detroit to get together.
I think so this is
Because
we
she
were
just
talking
bought a
about this
house, so
offline.
she's all permanently settled out there
Right.
now.
We
Yeah,
were
it's
talking
not
about this
temporary
offline, but,
anymore.
you
Yeah,
know,
what would Kojo say? Kojo would apparently say, "I'm staying in Boulder." That's what Kojo would say. Yeah.
I think once you've been to Detroit, once you leave Detroit, if anyone says anything that is remotely non-positive about Detroit ever, you just want to bitch slap them, and you get into this weird yelling thing where you're like, "What the F did you say about my city? What did you say? Let me tell you about Detroit." And then you just get into this weird pride thing, and I've only been here
And then
2
you turn into
years,
Wendy
but-
Williams, and
yeah, and then it just goes down. It just goes down. But no, it's an infection, and so it's going down. It's an infection. It's an infectious place, and even if I'm not here all of the time, I'm
welcome
still
to Detroit.
going
Here's
to,
your
like,
penicillin shot.
Welcome to Detroit. Get the hell out.
Hey, Dave, that's not that far off, actually. I'm just saying.
Right.
There was some article written by, I think it was one of the Free Press or Aaron Foley, he writes, and it was supposed to be mockery.
Yeah.
But nobody read it as a mockery.
They read it as
Corktown, the most dangerous neighborhood.
Oh, right. Yeah,
Where's
satire.
my kale soul food? And everyone was reading it going, "This is the dumbest thing I've ever read." And he's like, "Well, it was supposed to be funny." Well, you didn't say it was supposed to be funny. You didn't publish it for the.
If I have to tell you,
Right.
it's supposed to be funny.
Nolan, you're too witty for your own good.
Then kiss my ass.
You didn't publish it on the Onion. You just published it, and then people
you're on
read
the
it.
Free Press.
Once again, who approves this stuff?
We should reach out to him, dude. Publish stuff on our site. We're more than happy to. Yeah,
that stuff was great
We'll
for our
take
site.
guest submissions. Absolutely.
It was perfect for our site. It was hilarious, but now that I read it in the funny tone, at
Right.
the beginning I'm like, I was ready to go in hate mongering mode so hard because the crap that was being spewed. But anyway, this town needs to lighten up a little bit, just a little
bit,
just a little.
Because it's apparently and to your point, Kate. I mean, it is. I mean, even here in the city, it's physically impossible to have an intelligent, rational discussion about anything that might be the slightest bit negative, or
You
even,
can't be anything
or,
but
or
positive.
even have the slightest hint, whiff of negative
Stink.
connotation to it, or else
Or
you're
even
an
neutral.
asshole.
Yeah.
Which is not healthy. It's not. Because
it's an echo chamber.
No, it's
Unless you're with me in Mexican town, then you're going to whiff a negative
well,
connotation.
yeah, it's your Stinko de Mayo. Yeah,
That's tomorrow.
That's right.
I got to drink margaritas tomorrow.
We should be drinking margaritas right now.
Because
I just can't believe they have a holiday dedicated to mayonnaise. It's amazing.
In a kitchen sink, yeah. Because you have to take the good and take the bad.
You take them both.
You take them both.
We just lost Mexico.
As one of our countries.
What's wrong with mayonnaise?
Nothing.
Thank you.
Miracle
We
Whip.
need a holiday for Miracle Whip.
And there we go. That was at 47:52.
No Miracle Whip. None. No Miracle Whip.
Bob is apparently not a fan of Miracle Whip.
No.
Real mayonnaise.
That's okay. You know what? I put the live broadcast or live recording from PenguinCon out there, and it was chock full of flips and inversions, and that was quite an interesting night. Yeah.
All right, so hey, we're coming up against a break. I appreciate. What's the link again to the mentorship program? That sounds awesome.
Yes, it is awesome. It's www.womenrising.co. If you go to .com, it's some other thing. I don't know what it is.
That's
and if
stupid.
you forget the www, you also go to some other thing that I don't know what it is. It's
Because
a
you
terrible
don't
domain.
understand how to make canonical URLs
You
work.
need-
What the hell's
listen,
wrong
you need
with
help
you?
with
I'm an
DNS.
Android developer. I don't know web.
We might know some people.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Now I'm fascinated by what womenrising.com might be.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
That's like going to NASA.com. No, don't go to NASA.com. No.
Whitehouse.com.
No.
We're going to come back in a minute with Nuri, and we're going to tie up some loose ends.
We are.
This is the IT and the D show.
We'll be right back.
Live from the Raw Radio X studios in downtown Detroit, this is the IT in the D show.
Hi, I'm Ernie Hudson, and you're listening to IT and the D. All you nerds out there.
This is a previously recorded episode of the IT in the D show.
Welcome back. Segment 4. This is episode 90. IT and the D show. May the 4th be with you.
And also with you.
We are sitting here in the Raw Radio X studios in the Russell Industrial Center.
As much time as I've spent in churches, that's phenomenal.
Beautiful Midtown Detroit, Michigan. This is Bob the Sales Guy here with Dave the Geek, Jeff the Voice of Reason. Find us online, itinthed.com. Like us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter. And for the love of God.
Because we are at facebook.com/IT&the-D. We are at Twitter at IT&the-D. We are all things IT&the-D because
no one else is
are
IT&the-D.
You are not. Screw you guys.
Who owns?
We
owns.
So speaking of Facebook, one of the funniest stories came out this week.
Oh,
I need to hit on this real quick.
Great story.
So this chick, single mother, right? God love her. She goes and gets a job, and it happens to be at a daycare facility. Goes on rant worthy of the gods, how she hates kids. And I got to start this stupid goddamn job on Monday with these stupid wiener kids, right? I'm not quoting. I don't know what the hell she said.
You're paraphrasing.
And she gets fired.
Before she even starts her first day.
This is not the first time this has happened
No.
because
Yeah.
of social media.
No. So what does she do? She goes to the news and bitches to the news. And they're like, stupid, you're the one that did it. Like,
Dupa.
Like, I'm not the one that goes and gets a job.
I hate to be the master of the obvious, but
here's your sign.
Hey, I got a job on the assembly line. I freaking hate cars.
And if you're foreman's wide reading or whatever, it's like you got no business. Like, people that bitch about their jobs on Facebook have to be the stupidest human beings in the history of humanity. Do you not realize
it's out there?
Right.
It's like we always said, the internet is your permanent record.
Well, and so the capper to that was, so you shot that link out, and I shot you a note back that said, I will see your woman getting fired on Facebook, and I will raise you woman getting arrested over Facebook posts.
For a long time.
Yeah. And
what was this about?
She's in court now because it's out of East Point, where the woman who thought it would be a great idea to post, kill all the white cops. There's no one who can stop me. I'm planning it. It's going to happen.
There's going to be one tomorrow.
Well, that's domestic terrorism. She's gone for a long time.
And that's why DHS showed up at her door.
Right.
And she's probably thinking,
Bye-bye.
I'm just being political. I'm going to talk,
No.
Yeah, no.
It doesn't require DHS to troll that stuff either. I mean, it's got an open API that anyone can go after. It doesn't take a government entity to find out the crap
The
you're writing on
NSA's
Facebook.
got a full feed of that whole thing anyway.
Well, I was talking about this over the weekend with someone. I go, when you look at my Facebook, you're going to see two things.
Cat pictures.
No, me different.
Bob with beer.
Bob with beer, Bob with baby.
And his
that's
wife's
it.
boobs.
And my wife's boobs. 3 things. I go, if you ever see me go on a political rant or like deep thoughts with Bill Gatsby or whatever the hell's like, no.
Deep Thoughts by Jack Handy.
Well, you know Bob's account has
Bill
been hacked
Gatsby.
because you know it's not him doing it.
The
But,
great
like,
Handy.
No, but like there's a place and a time for that crap. It's like we always say when we're doing the 10 Commandments of networking, Facebook is your living room. Like, could you imagine coming like your neighbor coming over and go, I'm gonna kill all the cops because of the Baltimore, and your neighbor's gonna look at you like you're freaking psycho, right? When your neighbor comes over, what do? You talk about your kids, you offer them a beer, and you tell them to get the hell out of your house, right? Like that's what
in
Facebook
that order.
is.
And here's a cup of sugar. Go ahead.
That's what Facebook is, right? Here's your stupid wiener sugar. Get the hell out of my house.
Wiener sugar?
Right.
What is wiener
What's
sugar?
wiener sugar?
Stupid wiener.
It means it's a totally different definition at Bob's house.
Right.
Don't ever ask for coffee at Bob's house.
It's wiener coffee.
It may be German. We're not sure.
There's no comma. Just one. It's just all together.
Yeah, no
There's no
consonants.
space. No.
No.
Yeah.
There
Wiener
might be an
sugar,
umlaut.
wiener coffee, wiener. Yeah.
No, but the people are. They can't be. I see it every day on my feed, and it's like you can't. Then you can try to get into the. I'm going to unfriend them. And they're like, well, then if they ever see you, they go, why'd you unfriend me? You know, and it gets in this
Because you're a giant bag of douche. That's why.
I'm beginning to loathe. Now I'm getting friend requests from people I have no idea who they are. Like a lot of them, and like are so far removed.
So popular. It's me.
I'm
Bob.
so popular.
So
Right?
popular.
Stop talking.
I get like 50 friend requests a day.
Let me ask you something. Have you ever been wrong about anything?
That's gonna be on you.
Was that?
No, but I mean that, like, dude, it's like it makes me laugh. Like, so the shift that my recommended friends has taken because of your sorry ass, primarily.
No, you're crossing the streams there.
Yeah, no. So, like, my recommended friends list is primarily wrestlers and hardcore
Women
nerds.
wrestlers. No.
And roller derby girls.
Right.
Right. And women wrestlers.
Right.
Was that a
That
over
was
there?
me, yeah.
I'm just. There's going to be. I wonder the demise of Facebook. I wonder how long it's going to take, or is this thing ingrained in everybody's like? Because it's so ingrained in our lives.
They own all of the data.
They do. Well, you've been friend by your parents, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. So it jumped the shark like four
his
years
dad
ago.
shot us a Facebook note through the Facebook page
Right.
for IT and the D like 2 years ago,
Yep.
which was hey Bobby, have a good show.
Yeah.
No,
I baked you some brownies.
My cousin in Germany shot me a Facebook note and said like, "Hey, I hope you had a good time on your birthday. I could see it on Facebook, and like I can't, like I did this." And she goes, "No, I saw."
And you forgot you were actually Facebook friends with them.
Pretty much. Yeah. Well, it's not like I talk to him every day. You know.
No,
what I mean?
yeah, I get it.
I had to use Google Translate to read it.
How much do you guys use Facebook anymore? I mean, has it personally jumped the shark for you?
No.
No, you still are like way up in Facebook.
Kind of have to. I don't have to, but I just do.
You know,
That's
honestly, Nuri, it's more about the keeping up with news. Like that's what Twitter has become. Like now, Twitter and Facebook is the breaking news. Like you follow Freep, you follow Det News, and that depending on the time of day, it trumps your friend's feed anyways because it's breaking news. There's a fire in Midtown, or it's become the news feed.
That little bar along the right hand side. I think I get all my news from this.
Right.
Reddit or that bar right now.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what it's become. It's not really social anymore.
The Facebook thing that drives me the most nuts is the quote unquote celebrity dying, and like 4,700 friends have to post.
Yeah, rest in
They're
peace.
Like, yeah, John Candy died. Like, no, I get it. I saw it.
And Benny King died. Screw you. I'm gonna
Did he
post
die
that.
already?
Yeah,
he died. Yeah,
I knew he was in hospice. He said bye.
Right?
Yeah.
No, like today. He said he was in hospice like yesterday.
No, he died like days ago.
Oh,
Yeah.
cheers, Benny.
Yeah. No more Stand By Me.
No, you can still play it. It's still. You can still.
The
listen.
song still works.
You can, Anytime you miss them, just play the song.
Nuri, do you ever hear that my theory on that? Like everybody goes, "Oh, I want to miss it when Robin
John
Williams."
Candy died.
No.
Nah, my life is over. All the brilliant genius. That
I'm so
died
sad.
now,
Robin
yeah.
Williams died. I'm so sad. It's like, well, Mrs. Doubtfire still plays, don't it? Like that's how.
they didn't burn all the DVDs of that movie.
Yeah,
did
that's
they?
the only way you know him. So yeah,
It's not like you hung out with him, had coffee with him at the diner. It's like that's all you know him. Like Benny King died. Oh, I'm so sad. Like no, you're not. Like the music still plays. Go play it right
When
now.
was the last time you made a song too? I mean, just
I remember
King, like me, probably 50.
I have a friend that'll go on these concerts going, oh, he's going to die soon. I better go see him. Like, oh, come on. Like, so bad.
Yeah, the Rolling Stones.
Rolling Stones are coming in concert.
How are they? Motley Crue. Like, how are they alive?
Didn't they retire last year? Didn't you go to that concert?
Yes. They're on their 6th last concert ever tour. And
that is so annoying.
They're not getting a dime of my money. Van
right.
Halen, too. So angry at Van Halen right now. David Lee Roth, like he was on Jimmy Kimmel, and I was gonna spend $300 a ticket to go get like decent seats. Van Halen is like my 1, 2, 3 like top bands of all time.
Absolutely.
David Lee Roth can't sing anymore. He's doing spoken word. Panama.
What is it like? Is it like poetry hour?
Jump. Go ahead and jump.
Yeah,
right now.
Like,
There's no tomorrow.
He was doing like
right now.
Forget it and jump. Just go ahead and jump.
Go look at the Jimmy Kimmel.
It's actually pretty good.
Go look at the Jimmy Kimmel Panama.
Exactly.
He's doing like slam poetry, spoken word Panama. It was so bad. And I'm like, there's no way I'm dropping 600 bones plus alcohol plus parking and no way. You get none of my money and you'll like it.
Well, you don't want to get your car dinged either in the parking lot.
No, I park in the limo parking, the Cadillac. But then, like, see, like Kraftwerk's coming and like, oh yeah, I'll give them all my money.
They get October 12th
on a Monday.
Yeah,
to miss the show, go see Kraftwerk.
We'll take that night off.
For Kraftwerk, yeah, we're taking the night off. We'll do it Tuesday or we'll whatever. We'll record on Sunday. I don't care.
Or we'll live broadcast from Kraftwerk.
Yay! So what in the hell else is going on?
We've got the. I'm not going to lie. One of the funniest stories that I read this week is the whole revenge porn website, all that nonsense is still going on, and one woman's reaction to that was that she actually copyrighted her breasts.
What?
With the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office.
Once again, who approves this stuff?
She copyrighted her breasts so that any photo,
picture of it?
Yes. No, like any photo of her boobs from any angle, any standpoint, any whatever, so that now whenever like anything, like when it shows up on any of these revenge porn websites, she can legitimately file a DMCA takedown notice because they're posting copyrighted material.
That worked?
It did.
So I think that's awesome. I'm not going to lie. I think that's badass. Good for her.
So I've been through the patent process.
Revenge on the revenge porn.
So I've been through the patent process, and I had to submit
Sue
this
that guy to hell.
crazy wireframe.
Yeah,
I really want to see the wireframe of breasts. There's like the flow diagram. I mean,
that's what I'm talking about. Like, who approves this stuff?
Right.
Like, what conference?
Figure
room,
one.
What? Imagine the meeting that had to go on through that process. Like, okay, we've got this new applicant here. Well, okay, what is it? Is it a new toaster? No, it's not a new toaster.
It's boobs.
Is it a refrigerator? No, it's not a refrigerator.
It's boobs.
Figure one. Where's the footnote?
I mean, really? I mean, to Kate's point, like, I applaud her, but I mean, come on.
Yeah, but they're your boobs. You ate whatever you ate to make them such boobs.
Corn, lots and lots of corn.
Yeah, you ate a lot of corn to make your boobs so corny.
Or 16 candles, carrots.
Carrot, yeah.
What is that supposed to make them bigger? Carrots?
According to Molly Ringwald, 16
what
candles.
What happens if you have children or lose 40 pounds? Like, then what?
But then they blow up and then they go down. And
but then what? You got to keep redoing it?
A revision to your patent? I don't know.
Again, the whole process.
It worked.
It worked.
So, all right. So the scarier side of this thing, does that set a precedent? I mean, what's next?
I'm gonna go with we have a GoPro.
Oh, what happened to the camera?
We can file patents all night long, ladies. If that's what you really want to do, we're here for you.
Dave's like, I am a patent inspector.
Exactly. No, we would co-sign that application for you. Absolutely would.
Not what I meant.
No.
What if it had happened in the reverse? Like, what if some dude had patented pictures of his junk? Yeah.
Right.
That would be like a baller thing to do. Like, they would be like, yeah, I patented my junk, bro.
And I got the patent number tattooed on it.
That doesn't make it right.
But no one wants to look at it because it's ugly.
No, it doesn't. It goes back to the Seinfeld thing. It's like, it's a Jeep or a, Lamborghini.
So basically you're patenting something no one's gonna ever look at. It's like, does a tree fall in the woods? Does it make a noise? Right?
Well, what's the next topic, Dave? Can we move off from this?
No kidding. As we're eating all the popcorn.
So,
Right.
let's talk about the great disappointment of this weekend, which was the Mayweather-Pacquiao fight. Apparently,
crickets.
The internet got a Twitter about there's going to this big brawl that should have happened 5 years ago, and then apparently it sucked, and people were surprised it sucked when it should have happened 5 years ago. Like, I'm not going to lie, I don't understand the blowback.
So I didn't watch the fight. Like, did it last like half
No,
of one
it
round?
was 12 rounds.
It was exactly what I said it was going to be.
Okay.
Jab, hug, repeat, win.
Was there any blood? Any knockouts? No.
Those guys could have went to church
essentially a
the
hockey
next
game.
morning. Those guys could have went to church the next morning, and no one would have even thought they were anything. Like, it was a poop fest like I've never seen. Like, they talk about there's con men in Vegas, and they said this is one of the great things was like CBS Sports, and they do those little 60-second blips on sports radio. They go, this is like should have been Ocean's 14. You got these two con men who basically swindled Vegas out of $300 million,
$350 a ticket,
and walk out. No, 15 grand.
Excuse me, $350,000 a ticket for front row.
It was $100 for pay-per-view, for the love of God.
You know what the worst part is? If you were a bar,
$3 grand.
No, 30 a head. So if you had a 200-seat bar, it was 6 G's.
You gotta be freaking kidding me.
Thank God BW3 said middle finger, right? Hooters, I think, showed it, and Twin Peaks showed it, $20 cover, right? And like, 3 people text me, you want to go see the fight? I'm like, no, because I know it's going to be jab, hug, repeat, win. Like, I knew it. Like
12 rounds of that.
Like, and you know, and so now it comes out. Pacquiao's left shoulder was, and they're going to do it again in September. They're going to make another $400 million, and they're going to retire.
I call BS.
Who's going to buy that fight?
Everybody,
everyone.
Horse shit.
I bet
Who's
you
going to buy that fight?
10% drop. Boxing has been so.
I bet it's a lot. I bet it's a way bigger drop off than that.
Boxing has been so deprived for the last 8 years
because it sucks.
Right, because of things like this, where you have Mayweather's promotion company owns it. He takes a 60-40 split. You knew this thing was ran hard. Like, the money that was involved is so
Bob,
stupid.
is it just like in Pulp Fiction, Yo ass goes down in the fifth type of thing? Like, is it totally scripted like wrestling is? Is it like that predictable?
I don't.
Or is it like?
I'd love to say that it's not, but I don't know anymore.
They got in a limo and basically hugged each other, and they got in the same limo and drove off into the sunset, right?
They're both cashing checks right now.
Right? $300 million.
Full of cash.
Like I said, it's Ocean's 14. That's how the movie should be. These two clowns decide they're going to fight, and then they rob the casino blind.
Good job, Mayweather. Good job.
Right.
Yeah.
And then they walk out together, and, and no one's bleeding, no one's shot, and they just rob Vegas.
Well, I mean,
the money that was getting bet on Pacquiao, it was like 75% of the money was being bet on Pacquiao.
Made $1 billion. With a goddamn B.
Because they need that money.
Billion.
This is why Bob don't gamble. Because the Wynn Hotel is like $2 billion. And my house ain't. And
it's always like, hey, it's like Facebook all day Saturday. Hey, who's going to win the fight? Vegas.
Yeah.
So that was my comment.
So they're going to use all that money to suck more water out of California?
All of it. Those pools, those Monday morning, those stupid parties they have in pool parties. Got to, $7,500 to get a cabana at the pool. I'm so tired. I got to go back to Vegas in August. I'm nauseated. I don't want to go. That town can eat my ass.
I'm done with it.
Like, the inside, the outside, the middle. I don't care which part. Just get in there.
Not to the left side, not to the right side, but right in the middle.
Just num right in.
I don't know why companies keep having like these big events there. It's like the worst place to go for business.
We just had one in Montreal, and I guess it was beautiful. Like they loved it because no one's been to Montreal.
It's clean,
and that was last week. Everyone loved it. It was perfect. So of course we got to go to sales kickoff in August, and yeah.
How about Detroit?
How about anywhere?
How about Denver?
I'll take it. But I mean,
where you can actually still see Kate.
Right. But the whole
IT and the D, it works in both cities.
I can't believe the pay-per-view the
small D.
The pay-per-view, the bar business, like how they charge $6,000 a small bars is like, for what? Like, what happens if there was a Tyson fight and that thing went down in 22 seconds? Right, whatever. Like,
There'd be riots.
I go, that's why I'm a professional wrestling fan. I know I'm going to get 3 hours of solid entertainment. Like, right? Remember
They
when
talk
I talked
for 25
when
minutes.
I talked about the Avengers? At the end of the day, entertain me, right? Like, if you're talking about boxing and it's going to come down to winner loser as a decision, you're watching freaking Olympic diving, right? It's bullshit, all of it. Like, don't like you either win or you lose. There's no, or it's a draw. There's no one by decision. That's bullshit. It's a mockery of what was a great sport, and I hate it. And death to all of it.
I feel like we need the Godfather music.
We do. Yeah,
no, I'm serious.
Do you feel better, Bob, now?
We'll have to splice
Feel
that in
better?
post.
It's such crap that, honestly, that there's judges that are involved in swaying a decision on something that shouldn't be swayed by judges.
True.
It's toilet.
Well, then, speaking of wrestling,
yes,
there's an event Saturday.
Yes.
That we'll be at.
Yes.
That apparently will be a hell of a lot more entertaining than the Vegas fight.
You know you're getting your money's worth when you come to our wrestling events.
How much is that?
It's $20.
As opposed to 100.
You spend 100 at home for what? Toilet for 12 rounds?
And you can bring a kid free.
And you can bring a kid free, $20, and you're going to be wildly entertained. I'm telling you. Like, again, at the end of the day, it's not about, like, entertain me. Right, Marvel, like the Avengers, entertain me. I'm not going to pick you apart, except for if you're crappy boxing. Just entertain me.
See, I feel like a decision though is like edge of your seat, right? You're like sitting on the edge of your seat, waiting to see who won. Or am I?
No,
they could have had the decision before the fight.
No, because dude, boxing 101.
Probably had the decision.
Somebody
before the fight.
ought to have their ass knocked out at the end.
Thank you.
That should be the ending
on
of
a
that
championship fight.
I want to see freaking blood
on a championship fight.
Like
It's
a
either-
hockey
and a knockout, totally.
No, because Mayweather got it down. He goes, I can jab and hug my way, and I am fast enough, or no one's going to put me down. Right? And so if they made boxing where it's either knockout or it's a draw, those guys are going to be fighting. And they took the sport out of the sport, and they made it crap. And I hate it. And I'll never invest another dime of my money in
Well,
it.
Dave, didn't you say the
Winner
NHL?
takes all.
Thank you.
The NHL is now the national
The no-hit league,
or the national
the NHL
hugging
is now
league.
the no-hit league. Yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
Kiss
Winner's
my ass.
purse, loser's purse. They already got that pre-negotiated.
Yeah,
Kiss
no.
my ass.
No, winner take all. Done with it.
But the money that was going for betting was crazy. The stupid stuff people were betting on. Oh my God!
Well,
Like
it's like the Super Bowl. Like people do that all the time, though, right? How is that any different? What color shorts is he going to wear? Oh man,
you bet on that crap.
You do.
I went to my first Vegas sports book last year. It was the same thing. It's like we're going to have a fourth down at this time, and they're going to miss the punt. Bet $5. I mean, just
Man, how many punches get landed per round?
Do you know how
And
much money goes on the coin toss of the Super Bowl? That's like the biggest bet in the Super Bowl.
here's a 50-50 odds. Just bet all of it on it.
Right, that's all it is.
That's why I don't gamble.
Definition
I
of
don't gamble
gambling.
I don't either. Thank God I don't gamble. I got no vices
Wouldn't be
other than
sitting here.
alcohol and popcorn and beef jerky. Are we bouncing up against the end of the show for crying out loud?
I don't know. Are you adamant against a segment 5?
Yes.
I have more music.
That's fine.
We could do a segment 5.
Why do you do this to me all the time?
Because
you know
what I
it makes
enjoy.
me angry.
I know.
Makes me Incredible Hulk out.
Just a little poke.
But Erica is yawning.
Look at her. She's
Erica's actually
Can't do
asleep.
this to these people.
Ellen,
Wait.
That foam is so comfortable, though, isn't it?
Telling me Erica has passed out does not stop me from wanting to keep going.
Consent. Someone ding the bell.
Damn it! Erica, would you like a cup of tea?
Yes, I would effing love a cup of tea.
All right, we're bumping up against the end
No,
of
how about a
episode
beer?
90. We will see you next week for episode 91. This has been...
And there is, so we have a lot coming up in the course of this week. We have Motor City Comic Con coming up in the next 2 weeks. We have some announcements that are brewing over the course of this next week. So please, for the love of God, pay attention to our website. Watch what we do. See where we are. Just keep paying attention to us because there's a lot of good shit coming on in the course of the next 5-6 days.
Thanks again for hanging out with us. We really, really, really appreciate it more than you know. This has been the IT and the D Show.
Thank you for listening.
See you next week.
Beat it.
The emergency destruct system is now activated.
Conan, what is best in life? To crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and to hear the lamentation of your women.
Long live Flash. You've saved your ass. Have a nice day.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
Nice shooting, son. What's your name?
Murphy.
Make the run. The run.
Game over, man. Game over.
It's over, Johnny. It's over.
Nothing is over. Nothing. You just don't turn it off.
I can't say no, and I don't really want to, so.
Well, especially with the back doors open.
Yo! Hold up! Time out! Time out! Y'all take a chill. You need to cool that shit out. And that's the double truth. Ruth.
Bob loves it in the can.
I hope this was as much fun for you as it was for me.
That's why I like it in the can.
Joe on the trees.
Bear me.
My job is to make sure this program is morally upright and cultural and wholesome.
Shut up, Mimsy! Shut up, Mimsy! Shut up, Mimsy!
Why would, Buick put their cars next to, the Bentleys? Why? That's not marketing.
The alphabet.
It's brilliant.
Yeah, I can't take that position.
That analogy sucks because it's right.
Because you're getting your 8-track tuned up.
Are we at a break yet? Yeah, so now I'm just doing stupid stuff to make me laugh.
Venture capital is not the end game.
When are we going to talk about me?
Jane, you ignorant slut.
It's my show. I can say what I want.
Kiss my ass, go home, unplug, get off the goddamn internet. You are everything that is wrong with the internet right now.
You're so white right now.
I'm the whitest guy in the room. Just explain it to me.
I love this city.
I was banging on the wang.
Really? Should we talk about this? Tag team it. Should I keep going or should I stop?
Can I just say, it's been great being on a show that talks about Mickey Rooney dying for 20 seconds and then poop for 10 minutes.
This is a previously recorded episode of the IT in the D Show.